Hello and welcome to your UniSA online course, Construction Cost Planning, in Week 10, Green and Sustainable Building Design Economics. Buildings by their nature consume great quantities of materials, energy and other resources in their design, operation and demolition. And this has significant environmental impacts at the global, regional and local level. Increasingly, any assessment of a proposed building project must include an assessment of its environmental impacts, particularly in energy and water use, through rating tools such as Green Star and Neighbours. In our first week of the course, discussing the triple constraint of time, cost and quality on projects, we reflected on the fact that, as with most things in life, better quality costs more. But if there are future monetary benefits from the higher quality building or component, then we could say that in the long run, better quality may be the better economic choice. So this might lead a client to borrow more money to build a higher specification building, but only if they can quantify or see the economic benefit in so doing. Nowadays, most commercial and many institutional buildings will be rated under one of these rating schemes mentioned earlier, and cost planners can be required to analyse the additional upfront capital costs to achieve higher environmental performance against such benefits as a reduction in energy costs due to the better performance. So this week is devoted to further our knowledge of green building economics using the life cycle costing approach and discounting techniques introduced last week. It's important to understand that the complexity of building means that a specification detail or construction technique in one element can have ramifications for the performance or operation of the building in another area. For example, if through, say, better building sealing we achieve greater air tightness, then our air conditioning system does not have to work as hard. An air conditioning plant can be downsized and be cheaper to install and run. Similarly, whilst being more expensive to install, double glazing or high-performance windows make use of more passive and require less active heating and cooling systems in the building, which would be a saving in this element. The trade-offs are in fact many and varied, and we'll look at some examples in this week's content. So at the end of this, your last week, by undertaking learning activities, students will be able to examine the factors that determine higher environmental and sustainability performance of buildings, discuss green building rating tools such as Green Star and measures of energy performance, illustrate both historical and current building cost information that can be used to evaluate the economics of green buildings, and describe material selection in green buildings and the cost implication of alternative design decisions. So enjoy your learning activities in this, our last week of the course. It's been a pleasure for me to be part of your skills development and learning around construction cost planning, and all the best for the rest of your studies.